When you're feeling burned out, when you're feeling tapped out, when you're feeling at full capacity in your work or business, it's not time to push or shut down. It's time to reevaluate. Here's how you do it. Hey, it's Heather Chauvin, wife, mother of 3 boys, former social worker, dreamer, recovering rescuer, stage 4 cancer survivor. I started my motherhood journey when I was 18. I was single and living off government assistance. Beyond all of these titles and labels, I'm a human being, just like you, attempting to navigate it all while feeling good. My goal on this podcast is to show you that you can live an energized, sustainable life both at home and in your work. On this show, I attempt to keep it real with stories, interviews, and random thoughts. This is not a business or career podcast, and it's not a parenting podcast. It's both and so much more. You will laugh, you will cry, and maybe even get a little frustrated with the truth you've been hiding from yourself. I believe all human behavior is a language, whether it's through your child's behavior, your health, or a relationship. And when we learn to listen instead of react, we begin to understand what it truly means to feel alive and in control. If you haven't already, go grab a copy of my book, Dying to Be a Good Mother. You can purchase it wherever books are sold online. And if you're interested in how to integrate this work into your life and get quicker results, you can learn more about my mastery and mastery business coaching experiences at heatherchauvin.com/work with me. Heather Chauvin, CHAUVIN.com/work with me. And you have a personal question or a topic you'd like me to answer on this podcast, then text me 313-710-5199. 313-710-5199. All right, let's change your life. Let's dig in. All right, everyone. Today is your business podcast. And as always, I'm human. It's supposed to come out on Thursday, but it came out on Friday. And it's also inspired by my full capacity week. So I posted something on Instagram, and you can find me there, follow me, send me a message at Heather Chauvin. And I thought, heck, why don't I share this publicly? Because this is so different than the old me. So yesterday I was having a day, and I just felt overwhelmed. I felt stretched. I felt what I would call burnout, like early stage burnout. And whatever you want to call it, it was a day where I could tell, it was actually a whole week where I felt like, okay, this is a lot this week. I was talking about my mother coming home from the hospital. It's just a weird time of year, right? The education is completing, school's completing, transitioning into summer. The world's opening up. And so regardless of where the stress is coming from, there's the emotional stress that even if I'm physically prepared for my mother coming home from the hospital, there's a lot of mental stress. And then just things like, additional things being put on my plate, blah, blah, blah. My point of why I'm telling you this is because when we are disconnected from our body, we can't feel what we're feeling. And we just push, and we go. So the old me, the way that I felt yesterday and the way that I was leading up to yesterday during this week was my identity. Like that's how I existed in the world. This was the old me 7, 8, 9 years ago. The old me, which would have been like, oh, yay, it's Friday. Such a good week. Now I need, alcohol or food or something to numb me, to calm me down. And then the spiral continues, right? The spiral continues and you're jumping into a new week feeling overwhelmed, and then your body continues to break down. Your emotional state continues to break down, and you're so oblivious and you end up in burnout. You're convincing yourself like, this will change when. I just need to get through when, blah, blah, blah. So yesterday I was like, awesome. I did my little marathon of a week. I'm done. No more. Because my value, my focus is how good can it get, not how shitty can I feel, how burnt out can I be. So I sat with my pen and paper while my kids were doing their kid thing. They're playing outside, whatever the hell they're doing. And I sat next to them with my pen and paper and I wrote down, so this is the action step for you, a not this list. Not this, not this. The I don't want to feel this list. And I wrote down everything that just wasn't working this week. Or additional things where I'm like, I don't need to have that on my plate. I don't need to have that on my plate. So hindsight is always 20/20. We'll get shit done. As women, we're great at moving mountains, and we're also deeply conditioned to make shit happen, to be the nurturers, right? But here's the thing. There's no shame. There's no shame. Contrast of what you don't want in your life is just evidence. It's data. It's the stories that we tell ourselves. And everybody has overwhelming weeks. Some of it I could control, and some of it I couldn't control. It was just a collective and a compound effect of the world, current times, in-home stressors, to-do lists, whatever the hell it is. But my point is, when your life is not sustainable, you have to grow. You have to grow emotionally, and you have to be able to come up with coping strategies, new coping strategies. You have to be able to learn how to feed yourself first, your mind, your body, your soul. And you also have to grow in your support system. And this is where I see a lot of women struggling, especially in their work and their business. So some believe that they don't have the choice in a corporate position to say, hey, I need more help. But the truth is, what's going to happen is you're just going to break down and you're going to have to go on sick leave. But you got to speak up. You have to use your physical voice and say, this isn't working. But when you come up with solutions and you use your voice to advocate for solutions, this is where the magic happens. And some of you can do that in your workplace. Some of you have the capacity to do that or flexibility to do that. But most of the time, the reason why women are leaving the workforce is because they want the flexibility and the freedom. And you do have more choice. But here's the thing. It's like bouncing from one relationship to the other. If you don't solve your problems in your first relationship, you're literally bringing your whole baggage, all your baggage, to your next relationship. So if you have overcapacity issues, if you have a tendency to burn out, if you're a people pleaser and you're a yes person, if you don't understand emotional intelligence or how to say no thank you, or really how to tap into your body and know exactly what you need to realign, you will burn out and it won't be sustainable. And it will affect your bank account. It will affect your paycheck. It will affect, the quality of your life and the quality of your business. So you have to do the inner work regardless. So even if you do build a business or you are in business and you feel tapped, you're like, I'm at my upper limit. I can't get any bigger. I've been here and I feel really, really stuck. You have to learn new skills. And part of that is you will have to hire a support team. And rapid growth means you're constantly growing and learning. The second I feel like, all right, here, new level, new devil. Okay, I have everything in place. Nope. then you've grown into the capacity of that container of space. You think you needed like 500 square feet, right? That was so big to you. And then a few months in, you're like, oh my gosh, now I need 1,000 square feet. Oh, now I need 2,000 square feet. The point of why I'm saying this is because, yeah, sure, sometimes you need more space. Sometimes you need more people on your team. Sometimes you need more support. But also sometimes you just got to declutter. Sometimes you just got to declutter, you got to refine, you have to look at everything. And this is an ongoing process. It's about decluttering your thoughts, decluttering your limiting beliefs, decluttering your action items. Like, what are you choosing not to do anymore? What are you like, I'm going to let that go every time that opportunity comes. It's not a high leverage action for me. I'm cutting it out. This is why I love teaching energetic time management. Looking at your calendar and being like, time logging. Where did I spend my time this week? What was serving me? What wasn't serving me? And there is a time and a place where you have temporary discomfort where you're like, I just need to get through this season. But in the back of your mind, you're taking active action towards up-leveling. And if we're not taking active action towards up-leveling, we're just living in the day-to-day and we're not creating any movement or momentum forward. So I wanted to share today's kind of like, reflection with you of what I did to realign, because it was literally like I felt it coming, but it was like a 24-hour period where I was like, not this, not this, not this. And then I had to take radical responsibility and ask myself, how did I get here? What am I going to do? Who do I need to ask for help? How do I delegate? But when you have a belief as a woman that, considering your needs is selfish, or asking for help means you're weak, you're going to drown. You're going to die. The business will die. You're going to end up on sick leave. Like, your wants and desires and the big dreams, like that part of you that is craving your energy and attention, it's not going to go anywhere. You are going to be stuck. So in order to grow, you have to invest. End of discussion. You have to invest. You have to invest the time, and you have to invest the money, and you have to invest the energy to have the right mindset to grow into the capacity and the person that you want to be. So you're not limited. You're not limited because of COVID. You're not limited because of your brick and mortar. You're not limited because of what other people charge in your industry. You're not limited because of how you currently work with people. You're limited because of a story you're telling yourself. You're limited because of a story that you're telling yourself. There's a belief inside of you that you are unworthy of something or that you can't do something. But when you seek active participation in your life and you seek people who have accomplished what you want to accomplish and you say, tell me how you did that. Show me how you did that. Show me the way. It's going to be scary. That is growth. Growth is uncomfortable. Growing pains, right? Growing pains. So act as if you are a badass. Act as if you are up-leveling, and use that energy of burnout, or use that energy of like, not this, not this, not this, to say, oh, yay, I have grown into my capacity. Next level is coming. I'm excited. I'm excited for this. Do not accept the status quo. You were not here to be normal. You are not here to just get by. You are here to thrive and feel fully alive. As tacky as that sounds. All right, I want to hear from you. What did you take away from today's conversation? Head on over and text me. 313-710-5199. 313-710-5199. We will chat soon. Well, that's it. And I wanted to thank you for listening today because I truly believe you are exactly where you need to be. And now I have a favor to ask. In exchange for the value you've gained from this free podcast, I'd be forever grateful if you would leave us a review on iTunes. Share the show with at least one woman in your life who you feel would benefit, and or take a screenshot and share it on social media. And always feel free to tag me at Heather Chauvin. The world does not benefit from your guilt and fatigue. The world needs more women who are willing to unlearn everything they've been taught. Women who are courageous enough to feel good and not let guilt run the show. I believe you are that courageous woman. To see if my community and coaching is the right fit for you and your big vision, the relationships you desire, the money, time, energy that you know deep down you are capable of creating, then head on over to heatherchauvin.com/work with me. That's Heather Chauvin, CHAUVIN.com/work with me, and take the next step in the right direction. Taking a stand for how you feel means you are taking a stand for how your children show up as adults. And if you have a personal question or topic you'd like me to answer on the podcast, text me 313-710-5199. 313-710-5199. You are so worthy of feeling good. Now go do some scary shit.